I'm not even gonna know this baby.
Hello everyone, it's your sister Rolande, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about this YouTube family whose channel's name is Maisley. So they have 8 kids. They are by interracial couple, and Alena, you have Alena and you have Joe, and they have 8 kids. Now they are going to have 9 kids, and that was the reaction of her older daughter that she didn't have with Joe, her husband, and the the reactions of the other older daughters wasn't too exciting either. So it wasn't any excitement. So I don't think that's what she was expecting. The younger kids, yeah, they was like, yeah, they little kids, but the older ones was not that excited because come on, you still having kids at this time? When are you gonna stop? So I started watching this family when they had 6 kids and it was going to be 7. So she was pregnant with the 7th child, which was a girl. And you know there was a lot of stuff in their channel. They were Christians, and I really enjoyed their content until I didn't. It was like it was too much. I think uh it was a lot of things that just didn't sit well with me when we're going into the birth of the 7th child. you know I was like, wow, look her playing Christian music and stuff like that. I thought she was trying to connect with God. She only did it because she didn't want to. Supposedly she only did it because she didn't want to feel pain, because Christian music is a genie. Whatever wish you want, it does. So I was like, whatever. But I come to find out about that later on. But within the birth of the 7th child, the mood after she gave birth, that's like a whole different video. Because I was like, oh, okay. Shouldn't you be happy? Yeah, she was happy, but it was like, it was a lot of stuff that didn't sit right with me. And then she took a very long time to name that 7th child. And then again, because I believe when it was like the child was going to be 2 and the child didn't have a name, I was like, I'm done. So it was later on I heard she had a 8th child, and even this 8th child don't have a name. The 7th child has a name, finally has a name. The 8th child don't have a name. They call that child baby, but I guess they're gonna have to hurry find a name because now they have a new baby coming on, and it's probably gonna be awkward, calling both of them babies. Anyways, so many people can argue, it's like, it doesn't matter. It's that she takes forever to give the child a name. And eventually they'll get a name. But okay, if we're Christians, and as Christians, we know how important names are to the God of Christianity, because he said he knows us by name. He has written our name in the palm of his hand so that our name is always before him. Names are so important to God. The fact that, certain people, certain babies that were born in the Bible, he didn't even wait until he didn't even want the parents to give the child a name, because he didn't want them to give them any type of name. He chose that name for the child. So if you say you're a Christian, you serve God, that name is so important to them. Why are you having children, which are, children are a gift from God, and you're taking forever to name the child, unless you were not, were you really prepared to have this child, or you're just doing it because you get some type of, of course, check comes with that, because you're going to get more views, different things that happen in your pregnancy, or you get some type of validation of affirmation, because you get some type of affirmation because you keep on having kids, you keep on getting pregnant. It doesn't make sense. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it at all. I just couldn't continue on watching, especially when it was like the little girl gonna be 2. She still didn't have a name. They had her pick her name, and they still didn't even choose any of them. And many of the names the little girl picked, they were fine. It was like It was ridiculous. But of course, her older daughters, they didn't show that they were like angry, but they were not excited. Even though she was jumping around like, "Oh, I'm so happy! I'm so happy!" No, you wasn't, because that's not the reaction she was expecting. Yes, Alena she's a mathematician. She has a degree not a lot of people have in this world and different things. But it's a lot of stuff she does. It's like she's a little bit off to me, in my opinion. It doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense what a lot of stuff she does. And then Joe is not really no any help, because he just seems that, he doesn't. I guess he just lets her have a way, though, so that she doesn't. He just in agreement. Whatever she wants, that's how it goes. Happy wife, happy life, and that's what, to me, that's the concept that he goes by. But a lot of things that she does, it just doesn't make sense. And then she was saying that he's too happy in the pants, his, and then the emasculation. I don't. The emasculation on a video that you're going like thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people gonna watch. Oh yeah, Joe only goes 45 seconds, really, in front of your daughter and her friend. You said your husband only go for 45 seconds, and the kids have reached to a point in their life they need their mother. But how she's not gonna be really there for them, especially the older girls, because they're trying to navigate. You have her older daughter. I think her dad is black. I don't know if he was ever in her life. She's gonna need that thing, because she was going to Berkeley, and now one of my daughters say she wants to be a K-pop idol. That's like two different stuff. I don't know. And then you have her, the other three oldest. Their dad is white, and now it's time that her children really need her. Not saying that. No, I'm not saying. Okay, you want to be. You a wife. You want to be a wife. A wife of the Psalms Proverb 31 wife, right? You want to be a mother for all these children, and plus a content creator. Something is going to suffer. Something is going to be neglected, because we can't do all things. Yes, we are women. We are super. We can do a lot of things. But something is going to get neglected, unfortunately. And I really like, when people have the ads, when they have sponsorships, they have products that they have to promote. Oh, sometimes it annoys you how they have to stop and say, "Oh, I'd stop a word from our sponsor." She never does that. She seamlessly, she would put the product in there like it belonged in the video. You would never, it was our way afterwards. You'd be like, "Hey, that was odd she did." Because that's how she's very intelligent. She's very smart, like, in that sense. But in a lot of other ways, no, not she's not so bright. Not so bright at all. Now is the time. I mean, your kids, yes, God bless you with this child, but a lot of times people are just doing these stuff because this is where they get validation. Of course, it comes with a check. This is what affirms them. Maybe they never got the attention. They like the attention that they receive, how people are, cater to them and serve them. Some people like that. There are some people that they are addicted to things like that. And that's why this is what motivates them to keep on having children. And it's not that, everybody who have all these kids, child, they don't take care of them kids. So, child, I know some people that, have 8, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids, and they try to be there as best they can. The kids' hair are done. The kids' hair are done. They take care of the kids' hair. That's another video. And they are there for their children emotionally as best as they can, with their husband. But some people, because, come on, you have a child. Was going to Berkeley. Now she want to be a K-pop idol. No, yeah. Let me put something down to find out what's going on with you, girl. What is going on with you? Oh no, let them find out their way. Okay. Anyway, I think that's all I had to say. I could say even more, but I'll see you in another video. Bye.